Hello everyone, bonjour tout le monde. This is Renae Jarrett with Not Sorry for the Story, an unapologetic take on current affairs right out of Canada. Although today's episode, I have a personal take for you, a personal story. My mother is in long-term care. I am her only child, her power of attorney and essential caregiver. And as of December, I have not been able to have physical access to her at her home. Why? Because I am unjabbed. And the reason behind that has multiple reasons. Now, right there, I know some of you will either turn off or be turned off in different ways because you have no sympathy. That is the vulnerable sector. How dare you not be jabbed? And on and on and on. But let me say that my mom has had COVID and overcome it. I likely have too. But this is the thing I want you to know, because as we're speaking about mandates ending and we're hearing about people losing their jobs, youth suffering mentally, many different things happening, I want to give you a face to another side of the story. Not only am I not able to see my mom physically, here's the next kicker. The only ones who are allowed to come in and have access, if you are unjabbed, is if your loved one is in palliative care. So basically, the next time that I would be welcomed in at this point into her home is if I get a call that she's on her deathbed. Understand that these are the same ones who shut down long-term care at the beginning of the pandemic, and no one could go or come apart from staff. I think we don't understand that long-term care is not just for an institution, but families. There are plenty of families that are still involved and are a part of that care. Anyone who's been a part of long-term care knows that it's not only the staff that is a part of their care. And my mother is not a ward of the state. The Justice Center for Constitutional Rights and Freedom says that this is a violation of human rights. But I don't say this story today because of my rights, but because of my responsibility. Again, I am her only child, her power of attorney, and her essential caregiver. My mom came here in the 1970s. She came for better. She received it. She served different families as a nanny and then went on to work at General Motors. Her heart, her sweat, her tears have been in this land. And now, in this place, and from this great land of Canada, I want to say to you, when you hear about these mandates, politicians, political leaders, don't just say, we hear you, go home. There's a difference between hearing and listening. I have spoken to administration. I have spoken to my MPP, who happened to be the Minister of Long-Term Care. And what will they tell you? This is because of public health. Public health, public health, public health. But public health does not usurp a relationship that came long before. I think we misunderstand some things with long-term care. For some of us, I know some of us may admit our loved ones there not be seen again, but for some of us, you are helping us take care of our loved one. And we are not now on the outside of their care. How could I be, as an essential caregiver, as a power of attorney, and as an only child? These things my mom does not fully know is happening or understanding any of it, but I know. I'm the one that has to live with it. I'm the one who's been given denied, access. And in a few days, it will be her birthday, 85. I'm telling you now, don't anyone give a call to a key, essential relationship of someone who happens to be unjabbed. Tell them that their loved one is on their deathbed. Come on in, and think that is satisfactory. That is enough. That is not care. Your policies are affecting people. I am one of them. This is not sorry for the story. Thank you for sharing this, because I know I am not the only one with this story. And I share it because, as it says, unapologetic, unashamed. I've made a choice, but I also have a relationship. One does not cancel out the other. Thank you for sharing this far and wide. God bless you. God keep our land. And may these mandates end.